everybody, I'm Jenny Cheatham. I've also been in Tupperware for 8 years. Amy and I started right about the same time. And we've been friends for a long time, 8 years. And it's been a lot of fun. I remember when she first did her meatloaf, and I wasn't convinced that meatloaf in a microwave even had a remote chance of being good, but it sure enough did. So I started finding out what else the stack cooker could do. If you haven't fallen in love with the stack cooker yet because of the 3-course meal or getting the sludge out of your hamburger or being able to do a chicken in 20 minutes, how do you feel about being able to do a pineapple upside down cake in less than 15 minutes for those people that just happen to drop in and you have to find something to feed them, or for your family whenever you want something really super special and you'd love to bake the pineapple upside down cakes? Have you ever made a pineapple upside down cake not in the microwave? It takes a while. So I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite products tonight, actually. One is our whip and mix. And the reason that I love this is it's so easy to use. And right now we're going to do a whole cake mix in it. So the things that are in the cake mix, you just use a regular box cake mix and you follow the directions on that. So it's not like, if there's anything, you can do a homemade cake. But I'm going to tell you right now, that is not me, okay? Everything I do has the tag Simple Solutions on it, and homemade cake does not qualify. So all we have to do is we just snap this on here. It just doesn't even really snap, it just kind of sits there. Okay. The teeth are on my side. Okay. So we have to put it, you have to watch where you're putting it, right? Go like that, and it just snaps right there on the handle. And it has 2 settings, okay? It's got a 1 and a 2. That is not difficult, you guys. And it does have a funnel if you need to add more liquid as you're doing it. And a tip for this, or the Power Shop, the Supersonic that Amy showed you, even if you're just using a bowl with a cake mix, start with your wet ingredients. Put your wet ingredients down inside there first, because you know how whenever you kind of do that and you start to mix it, especially if you use an electric mixer and you start to get all that wonderful powder all over the place. If you put your wet ingredients in first, it doesn't do that at all. Now, once we get this mixed up just a little bit, okay, we can push it over to the 2. And when you do that, all we have to do is turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. This is great for your kids, for your grandkids in my case. But it's super easy and the kids love it. They're not going to make a mess because it's covered, so they can't really, you ever had a grandkid or a kid or yourself pull the electric feeders out of the bowl before they stop going? Yeah, then you got to clean the kitchen because they just went everywhere. And with this, there's still feeders the kids can lick and enjoy afterwards. So let's see how this is. That didn't take long. And sure enough, that cake's ready to go. Look at that. Now we're going to set this over here a minute because I want to show you how to make the pineapple upside down cake. We're just going to take the base of the stack cooker, okay, the 3.5 quart, and the cone. Put the cone in here. I'm going to use our can opener to open this can of pineapple. It's just pineapple rings. If you're in a hurry, you don't have pineapple rings in your cabinet, you can use crushed pineapple or the chunks, because we're just going to lay them down in the bottom of the stack cooker. Now this can opener is amazing. You just turn around like that, you open it up, put it down flat on the top, and you saw me close it. I could pick up the can with this while I was talking. Then you take it and you put this little beak, which is what they told me it was called, on there, and you just pull up. And when you do that, it keeps all that stuff. Well, I'm going to do it again because I didn't go around all the way. But look at that. I can hold it up. When I get really excited, take a can of spaghetti sauce or a can of tomato paste and do this over somebody's carpet while you're smiling and turning it. Gives them a minute. But we're going to pull it up. See how easy that came up? And look, no sharp edges, right? So you don't have to worry about the kids grabbing it, just throw it in the trash, dog can't get it. So we're going to take these pineapple rings, right? I'm just going to take them out one at a time. I'm going to lay them in the bottom of the stack cooker. just beside each other. I think it takes like 6 of them. So you could actually make 2 cakes with 1 hand. I'm just gonna put 5 in there because otherwise they're gonna overlap. And then we're gonna take these maraschino cherries. I think that's how you say it. I don't like them, but they're pretty. This is great for Christmas, right? I'm gonna use this. You just set that right down in the middle of pineapple ring. Take that one back out because I thought I went through here and pulled the stems off, but of course, there was one. Let's see. There we go. So those all go down in there. Now, you saw Nancy use our micro pitcher before. I'm going to stick this in the microwave. It's got a stick of butter in there. So while that is melting, which won't take long, just going to take half a cup of brown sugar and sprinkle it over the top of that pineapple and those cherries. Now, so far, all of you can do this, right? It doesn't get any harder. And this is a great thing, again, to do with your kids. You know, a lot of times anymore, it's kind of hard to carve out that time to do the baking with the kids or the grandkids, just with the family, because everybody's so busy. This doesn't even take 20 minutes, and it's delicious, and everybody's gonna wanna do it with you. All right, so we're just gonna pour that in there, all right? So this is what you've got so far. Brown sugar, who doesn't like brown sugar? Okay, 30 seconds and that stick of butter's melted. And you know what? We make any mess in the microwave because we put the cover on this and it's in here. So I am going to take my spatula and just stir it up a little bit. I'm going to pour this right over top of that pineapple and brown sugar and those cherries. Okay, so far, so good. Now, here comes the tricky part. We're gonna put the cake mix in there. And as soon as we put the cake mix in there, uncovered, we're going to put it in the microwave for 13 minutes. It's gonna come out, it's gonna be done, it's gonna be beautiful. Now, I don't know if we're gonna have time to show you the cake here tonight, but if we don't, I will put a picture of the finished cake on a plate before we eat it on the Cooking the Tupperware page in the comments of this, or maybe at the top. So, sorry, nobody gets to eat that. I know. We're just gonna put this right on here. And you just go around the cone. All right. And again, our spatula is fantastic. And it also makes it very difficult for anybody to get to lick anything that's in here unless you're just a nice person and you leave some in there because it's going to clean it out completely. All right, so here we go. A little bit more of that either. It's because I don't need to be eating it, and that's what I'm having. You like raw cake better? I know, raw eggs. Don't care. Been doing it for over 60 years. Still okay. All right, I'm gonna put this in the microwave